Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of DesignTech. And in today's episode, we're going to be making some minor improvements around the factory. The first thing I want to do is I want to do a little bit with our reactor here. So right now we have all of our fuel coming in from this Java barrel, which is just filled with yellorium ingots. And I want to change this up so that the cyanite instantly comes out and the yellorium instantly goes in, without me having to do anything manually. So, if we look at big reactors, we've got a access port, and then we've got the coolant port, and I think I need another access port, if I remember correctly, to expel the fuel. Okay, good. So, that is taken care of. This thing will now automatically refill itself and automatically get rid of any cyanide and send it into the ME system. So that is a good thing. Let's put all this away. All right, now the next thing I want to do is I want to do a little bit of decorative stuff. We've got all these hallways here, which is good. Hallways are cool, but we want these to look a little bit better. So if we take a look at pipes, there's a lot of different pipe options. I think the fluid pipes from Immersive Engineering are really kind of a cool thing. But there's only a couple ways to make them. You can either do the hammer, or we can, because we need these iron plates, you can either do the hammer, or you can make a metal press. I think for now, I'm just going to do the hammer. Just temporarily. And we'll make a couple stacks of those, just as many as we can. Put those back in here, and then let's make a whole bunch of these fluid pipes. There we go. And then what we can do is in kind of random spots, we can bring them around and down and stuff like that. This I don't necessarily love. Maybe we'll bring that one across and up here. The goal is basically just get some of these pipes in here, and they're really only for decorative purposes. They don't really serve any function beyond that, and I don't plan to make them serve any function beyond that, at least for the time being. So maybe here we'll do another one of these guys, and then we'll have this guy go in here. Ooh, I just realized that they don't actually go into the wall, though. That's gonna kind of annoy me. Not gonna lie. What can those connect to? Let's see. If we go at Immersive Engineering. So we've got our fluid pipes. They have to connect to something. Mechanical components. I feel like there's got to be like a pump or something. Let me look around and see what I can come up with. I'll be back with you in a sec. All right, guys, I'm back, and I think I have a better solution. I think I figured out a way to make this work. So what we'll do is we'll break this guy, and we'll actually put a conduit facade right here. That's not gonna work after all, is it? Okay. Because what I was thinking is we put our cable facades here, but that's not doing the thing. Let's see if is there any like covers from Immersive Engineering? Or could I put micro blocks in there? Nothing there. There's gotta be a way to do this. Let's try let's give micro blocks a try. If we grab this, and I grab some concrete, like so, and then we look at covers, because there's a couple of these options, like you can do panels and then turn them into covers. So maybe we go like this, and make panels. Will it let us put this thing right here? No. No, it won't. Okay, what if we put them back together like that? Let's make one more. I have a feeling that this isn't going to work, but it is worth a try. Because I would really, 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 really like to have these things working. There we go. Hollow concrete panels. Let's just see if we put this thing here, will it let us? Nope. Because this almost looks better like this, but at the same time, it needs to work properly. Maybe we do this, and then right here, we connect it. No, man. All right, let me look into some other options, guys. I'll be back with you in a minute. All right, guys, I am back, and as much as I hate to say it, I think this is our best option. I think this is the one that looks best, is to have the pipes kind of run into the wall like this all the way, and then just kind of stop. It's not perfect, and if you guys know immersive engineering better than I do, which is certainly possible, because it's not a mod that I'm amazingly familiar with, you know, feel free to leave a better suggestion if you have one. I really like the pipes. I think they look really good, but I wish they went directly into the wall like I want them to instead of, yeah. Oh well, sometimes things don't always work the way you want them to, and that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of continue to work these in various places throughout the factory. Maybe here we have one that comes all the way across. Like so. There we go. And then maybe here it comes down and splits. Like that. That could be kind of good as well. The goal is to basically just get some interest and get some detail into the walls here, which I think we are mostly managing. So we'll do something like that. We're just kind of putting them in where we can, fitting them into a couple different places, and all that kind of good stuff. So let's do this, and like that. Just pipes kind of spread throughout the factory, and I think that looks good. This hallway could be a little bit tricky, though, because I would like to get some pipes and stuff in here, but with the whole... Maybe what we could do is something like this. Kind of work a pipe in like that. Yeah, that's not bad. And then maybe we work another one in right here. Like so. So just a couple of pipes worked into the walls. I think that definitely looks better. I think that definitely looks a lot better. Now, there's some other really cool stuff from immersive engineering as well that we can maybe play around with a little bit. There we go. And that would be some of the lighting options. There's a lot of really cool lights in here. So if we look at immersive engineering again, we've got these lanterns, which are all right. And then we've also got floodlights somewhere. Powered lantern. Here we go, floodlights. And these are also pretty cool. But we're going to need a lot of this stuff. So let's just make a few stacks of that. Put that away. And let's see, where did the floodlight go? There it is. We've got this. We need some iron mechanical components. We'll just throw those in here. And I think that's everything. No? Is that not everything? Oh, right. I need to actually make some of these guys. There we go. And then I also need, looks like glass panes of some sort. Let's just go glass. And let's just make some regular glass panes like that. There we go. Okay. So, is it not called a floodlight? I thought it was called a floodlight. Yeah, it is. Why did that not show up when I searched for flood? I don't know. Either way, let's make like 9 of these things. And we can figure out where to put them. I don't think they automatically send light. I think they need to be connected to a power source in order for them to work. And we can find that out very easily. If I put this guy here... that didn't work. Let's put it up here. No, still facing the wrong way. Okay. Let's find a power line. Let's find somewhere where there's power. There'd be power back here, right? To power these machines? Yes, good. Nope. These things basically place the opposite way of how you think they will. Doesn't look like that's connected to anything, though. Okay, so if I put this guy here, and I, like, shift right-click it? Let me look into power. Let me look into these a little bit, guys. Let me do a little research. Let's see what we can find out. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, guys, I am back, and it looks like you can shift right-click and move it with the engineer's hammer. And when they face like this, it seems like they turn on, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if it's spreading light or not. Yeah, I don't know if it's doing any good. Now, on the flip side of that, we could just put them in as for decorative purposes. Like, that wouldn't necessarily be all bad. So maybe up here we put one like this. And then can we rotate these? Like, is it possible? You can move them around, but you can't... wait. Oh, okay, so you can rotate them like that. That's kind of cool. So maybe we'll put a couple of those in, and it looks like, let's see, placement-wise, I was 2 away from that. So let's see, it was here. So it looks like if you click on it this way, it'll rotate like that, and then right-clicking with the hammer on the sides of it rotates it that way. Okay, gotcha. All right, so I'm going to get these in place, and then I think maybe we will go for the metal press. I was considering not doing that right now, but at the same time, it's a pretty cool little machine. And I was looking at it in the guidebook for immersive engineering, the engineer's manual, and it doesn't really look all that complicated. So maybe we can go ahead and do that. Let's just rotate this guy like that. There we go. And then down. Cool. So we've got some of those in place. They don't really seem to do any good as far as light, but they do look cool just from an aesthetic standpoint. And I'm sure one of you knows how to turn them on, because even if I don't, you guys are way smarter in immersive engineering than I am. So if we look at the engineer's manual and we look at the metal press, we're going to need some of these, I think those are scaffolding blocks, some conveyor belts, a piston, and then one of these guys right here. So let's see. Let's see here. Power is input through the top. Okay. To actually work the metal press requires a mold. Oh, interesting. Alright, so let me see if I can get the stuff together for this, and I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright guys, I am back. So, I think I've got everything together to make this thing. I do want to just kind of set it up right here, not as a permanent location, but just to kind of try it out and make sure that everything is the way I want it to be. Can I just rotate this with a wrench? Oh, I can. There we go. So we do that. We put a conveyor belt. Oh. Not that way. Let's break that. So we'll put one here and one here. And then this guy, I think, goes on top. And then I right click. Yeah, there we go. So that's how it works. That's pretty cool. And that's the metal press. So that's actually not that difficult to build. Requires some steel, but we've got that, so that's no big deal. So let's go ahead and set up a little room for making, for basically the metal press. Now, this guy is 3 by... It's basically only 3 wide. So I'm thinking it would be kind of cool if we found a spot in the factory that was basically just 3 wide and you kind of saw it from behind glass. So maybe something like... what would be a good example? Like right here, for example. This could be kind of a cool spot for it, depending on how deep this goes. And maybe we'll end up moving some of these pipes and stuff. But we'll go something like this, right? And let's clear this out as well. I'm going to grab my hammer real quick, make short work of this stuff. There we go. Clear out these. And I think we'll go... Yeah, that should be enough space. And then down here, we'll break that up too, because we want that all to be covered up. We want this room to look good, obviously. If we're going to be looking in it, we don't want it to look like garbage. So let's put some of these guys down, and then we'll set it up basically right here. We'll put a scaffolding there and there. Put a piston here, which I will use this wrench to rotate down. And then on top of it, we put that guy. And right click. Oh. There we go. Okay, so we've got our steel press, and I think that'll work. Now, we need to figure out, if I put this guy here and here, we need to figure out how this is going to work, because I want the conveyor belts to still go like this and bring stuff through. Okay, so that's good. And let's clear that out too. I think we'll probably replace most of the back here with concrete. Did something just... No. Okay, so it fell on here. I see. Okay. And then we also need to get power to this thing too. So I'm thinking maybe up here we'll put a tesseract. So let's grab one of those. And I'll put it right there. And then I'm not sure if this thing can accept Ender IO conduits for power, but we're going to find out. Looks like it can, so that's good. So then here, and we'll say item mode, energy, receive. Okay, so this thing should start powering up now. Oh, after I actually set it to the channel, there we go. Okay, so that's good. Now, the trick is going to be getting the ingots to go in and out, and I think I know how we can do that. So, what we will do, and keep in mind, most of this stuff is actually going to be hidden behind the walls and the glass. So let me get a little bit more space cleared out here, guys, and then I'll come back to you in a sec. All right, guys, I am back. So we've got our... I put a hopper here, just a vanilla hopper, and that feeds into a tesseract. So then what we can do is we can go ahead and cover all of this up, and I think I'm going to put concrete down here as well. Yeah, I think so. That'll be fine. All right, so, oh, hey, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go, and then the tesseract feeds back into the ME system. So anything that comes through here will end up in the hopper and be sent into the ME system, which is what we want. Now, over here, and this we can actually go ahead and we might as well fill this in right here as well. Let's grab this. There we go. So we'll have concrete walls back there too. That's all good. Now, we need the tricky part is going to be figuring out how to get stuff out of the ME system to send into here. And there's a couple ways we can do it. I'm thinking maybe we have a chest and then we make it manual. that might be, that might be the way to go. Is there anything that's like a better dispenser? Cart dispenser, train dispenser. There's the normal dispenser that would spit stuff out here. There's... Then again, these also function as regular... They basically function just like pipes, I think. So if I grab a chest... and I put that here, and then I put a piece of cobblestone in, I don't think it comes out. But if I can find a way to dispense something onto this, like a dropper? Is there anything? Item dropper. There we go. This'll work. This is basically like the drop, if I remember correctly at least. This dropper is very, very similar to the normal one that's vanilla, except it always drops items straight down, which is exactly what I want. So, we can maybe put this guy up here, like that, and it'll drop stuff down. Although, it'll drop stuff down only when it's given a redstone signal, I think. So, now, I don't know if it's a... We'll try out a couple things. Let's grab one of these two. And let's grab a little bit of redstone. And just temporarily, I'm just going to grab a stack of cobble to use as kind of a redstone-y block type thing. So, if I put this on... Oh, why is that not... Why is the conveyor belt not grabbing that? It should... Oh, because redstone pulse. I see. Okay, so that's an easy enough fix. I've never actually used this particular dropper before. So if I put this guy up here instead, and I put that in, yeah, that'll get sucked up right away. However, it only does it on a pulse, so rather than a full signal. So I think what I'm probably going to have to do, and this is perfectly fine, I think what I'll have to do is set this to some sort of a clock. And I think this redstone clock right here would work pretty well. So we go maybe like this, run redstone into that, put a redstone clock maybe here, this guy here, and then that will just emit a pulse every so often. So if I put a couple of... Yeah, that works. Mostly. Although, it emits a pulse faster than this thing can actually pick stuff up. So, maybe we have a better solution. Because I'm not sure just how long this is going to have to last, but we could go ahead and make, is it the timer? This guy right here. I need a couple more components. Let me get this stuff made. I'll come back to you in a sec. Alright guys, I am back, and the good news is the redstone clock works perfectly. The bad news is it makes this kind of annoying ticking sound, but it looks like setting it to 2 seconds is pretty much the perfect amount of time. So that's good. That's very good. And then basically we can just go ahead and cover this up so you can't see it, but it is back there and it does emit stuff automatically. Now the other thing that we need to do then is we need to figure out how to get stuff into this dropper. So I'm thinking what we'll do, we've got our redstone clock and our redstone line here. I'm thinking we'll come from maybe maybe above. Maybe we come from above for the items. So we'll kind of come up like this, and then over, and then down, I think that would work. Because basically what I want is I want a chest, like right here. We put stuff into the chest, and then that stuff gets pressed. So let's grab a diamond chest to use. And then let's grab some item conduits as well. I shouldn't need too many of them. But we'll put our chest right here. We'll put an item conduit like this and kind of feeding up. We want this to be extract always. And then the tricky part is going to be getting it to kind of come up and around. Here we go. So we'll go up like this, over, and down like so, and insert. There we go. So the items that you put in this chest will end up in this dropper and get sent through. So that actually works out relatively well. I'm thinking then we're basically going to put our ceiling level, maybe like right here. I think would probably be the best height. So let's grab a bunch of these guys. And that would be right about here. Although we've got this kind of weird... that's actually not going to look very good, is it? Let's grab that. And let's go ahead and just fill that in right here. And then we can go ahead and fill those bits in as well. Do we want to do it at that height? Or do we want to do it at a different one? Maybe we make this our ceiling height. Just so it matches the rest of the stuff around it. I mean, I don't really think that would be that big of a deal. And actually, let's grab some more factory blocks, and let's just grab a bit of these right here, these wireframe ones. And let's just think for a sec. We do that. Do I have any not painted? Okay, so I don't have any that are already made. Do I still have my painting machine up and running? I don't think I do. Let's go ahead and make one conduit facade. Just one. Only need one. Put that guy right here. Throw you into here. And you into there. And make myself one of those. There we go. And then we'll put that right there. So it doesn't look out of place. We'll put a... Ooh, actually, I kind of want to push this wall back one more. Because if we're using this... Yeah, I think we want to push this whole thing back one if we can. Looks like we can. We'll just be making use of this side, which is fine. So let's do something like that, and here, and then up here is where we would put... Oh, that's the wrong one. Up here is where we would put... Oh, come on now. Third time. Up here is where we would put these guys. Like, I'm having difficulty placing things today, but there we go. So we do something like that. We got our dropper here. And I think that will do the trick. And then we just need to do something over here. And I think maybe right here we'll go with the other factory machine blocks and throw a little bit of glowstone back there. Just so there's light. Because light is cool. Everybody likes light. So glowstone and a couple of these caution guys. So one here, and a glowstone in the middle. And that should keep it all nice and lit up. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that painting machine. But that looks good. And actually, we could probably leave this open. I was originally going to put it behind a window, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe we leave it open. Let's put these back, like so. And then I need something to go here. So let's grab maybe a carpenter's block. And maybe what we do, I think this will work. If I grab my hammer and we push that forward one, I think this should open. Yeah, good. That's what we want. Okay, awesome. And then let's just do something like that, I guess. That's fine. There we go. And that way this thing still opens. It still works. Concrete in here. So basically anything that I put into here, we should see that end up in the dropper? No? Oh, it did end up in the dropper, but did I break my redstone? I totally broke my redstone. That would explain why it's not working. Okay. Easy fix. There we go. Now, anything should go into the right spot. There we go. Yeah, good, good, good. Okay, awesome. And I'll just patch that up. Okay, cool. So, we have a working thing, and then we just need to see about making the mold, which is something that we kind of covered a little bit earlier. So let's just see here. Mold. I want to make one of these guys, and I'm going to need 4 steel plates. And there we go. So we've got a metal press mold, and I think I just put it like this. And then let's just try this thing out. If I grab an iron ingot, if I grab like 64 of these and throw them in, we should see. Yeah, there we go. It makes the iron press. I'm kind of sad that this thing doesn't have sound, though. I was hoping for like a big, fancy crushing sound, but I guess not. That's okay. It works. It works, and it seems to work pretty well. Do I have any iron bars? I do. Let's just see real quick. I think it might look a tiny bit better if we took some iron bars and I put them. What would be a good one? Maybe this one? No. Probably this one. That one looks kind of the most industrial. I'm just thinking we put them like right here. So it should still... Oh. Any of these should still get picked up and put into the hopper. But yeah, that seems to be working. That seems to be working pretty well. All right, cool. But guys, I am definitely out of time for this episode, unfortunately. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.